Hey guys, welcome back to JB Wrenches. Today I am going to be moving some vehicles around and maybe talk a little bit about them, but I've got a handful of keys. My wife and I have, I think, collectively 7 vehicles between both of us, and it's constantly playing musical vehicles. So today I'm going to jump in my wife's very clean 1998 Ford Ranger. This is a nice unit, and this is actually one of my favorite vehicles that I had growing up. It was one of my first trucks, was a 1994 version of this. 4-liter V6, 5-speed, 4-wheel drive. So it is a manual trans. Naturally, a little bit of 4-liter timing chain chatter, and then this has a very minor exhaust manifold leak on the driver's side. So like I said, I play this game of musical vehicles all the time. I'm getting ready to work on this. This has a little bit of a death wobble. This has an original amount of 112,883 miles. And it's probably all original front end components. Last time I drove it, I had a pothole and noticed that it had this like nasty death wobble. So this will be next to work on. I'm just going to work on it on the driveway because my garage is fairly small. Let's see what else. So next I have to move that van onto the turnaround pad, and I don't see the key here. So that's kind of funny. This van is the newest edition. It's a 2002 Ford E150 Econoline conversion van. And this has an original 47,000 miles on it. So this I believe is the 4.6 version of this van. I know some of them had the 5.4 Triton motors in them. This one has the 4.6. As you see behind me, conversion style. This is a handicap accessible van. Previous owner was handicapped. The ramp stopped working, blew a brake line, needed a battery, been sitting for quite some time. He wanted to give it away to a veteran, but it needed so much work he didn't have it good enough feeling about giving it away to somebody that who knows how much work it would need. So naturally, I've been working for this guy for years, just helping out around his farm. I never really accepted payment. It was just fun for me to go run big farm equipment and whatnot on the weekends and after work and stuff. So he said, Justin, you've been working for me for quite some time and you never accept payment, so I want you to have that van. He knew that I have a YouTube channel. I also have a YouTube channel called JB Outdoors, and that channel I'll be building this van into a camper van. My JB Outdoors channel, I like to camp cheaply. I like to try to enjoy all my outdoor hobbies and stuff on a budget. So we'll be making this into something, but for now I'm going to leave it on the pad. Recently replaced a fuel line and a brake line and battery. It's actually not a bad looking van. Just needs to be cleaned up. So I'm going to throw this key inside, and then I need to move my truck that's got my lawnmower on the trailer. My wife and I are definitely growing out of our little piece of property here, just under an acre. My personal truck is a 2017 Ford F-250 Super Duty 6.7 Power Stroke. It is deleted. and has a little bit of goodies under the hood just recently. So it is a very nice truck. So EGR, full EGR delete, has the 5-inch from the turbo downpipe back to an 8-inch tip. And it has Sinister Diesel hot and cold side charge pipes underneath the hood. So far that's what I've got for any kind of mods to this thing. I am tuned with a 150 horse over LBF tune, which is a low boost fueling tune. Amazing truck. Pulling a trailer on the highway, we go up to our cabin and have get a good 18 miles per gallon pulling a little trailer, or even up to our little 16-foot trailer. So I just need to pull this forward. So this is all we'll do here, and then that gives me enough room. Zero turn. I mow for my grandparents as well, so constantly yanking that mower around. Fortunate enough to drive a company vehicle, so my personal vehicles sit a lot. And next we'll go into the garage. Another vehicle that I've been working on not really on any other YouTube channel. This is my 2007 Lexus GX 470. Bought this sight unseen with no mods or anything done to it, and then over the winter here in 2026 I put 2.5-inch Old Man Emu front struts and then rear nitrocharger shocks with a medium heavy rear spring, and that is to allow the additional weight of any kind of accessories, including the roof rack. We'll do eventually a rooftop tent and probably a side awning. Just haven't gotten that far yet, just kind of waiting on funding and then working on really paying that truck off, which I'm very close. So this Lexus has an original 221,000 miles on it. So this, 220,909 miles. I forgot to say the F-250 has an original 81,000 and some change. So a lot of low mile vehicles aside from this Lexus, but driving this thing, it actually came from California. So you would never know it. The person that had it before me took care of it, and the Lexus GXs have a cult following, mostly of owners that really do take care of their stuff, and Toyota products last quite some time. So I do love this vehicle. It's I've always had larger trucks like that. The last couple trucks I've had were Super Duties, and driving this thing is actually makes you feel like you can fit places, and it's very, very fun vehicle. So I was just gonna start this and let it run for a little bit. I haven't started it in a couple weeks. So I'll let this thing run for a little bit. I am in the barn, but big door's open, so we're gonna go out back now. I need to start the old farm truck. This is a 78 F350. This has a 351M and 4-speed creeper manual trans. It does have a Chelsea brand hydraulic pump, and rear PTO is really cool. How they used to make these things like tractors. So 10 foot by 8 foot dump bed, and then I've built these sides more or less just to make it somewhat pretty for parades and stuff. I haven't really gotten the truck out enough to do any of the parades we were out of town for this year, so I have a couple more things to do. I want to paint up the rest of the metal a little bit and then make it kind of pretty. But very fun old truck to drive. Definitely not going anywhere fast, and you don't pass a fuel station. But the original fuel tank is behind the seat, and the fuel sending unit does leak, so you got no smoking in the truck. And then I probably won't start this today just because I know that it won't pick up fuel, but I do want to see if the battery is up. Dang. For a truck that's been sitting since last year, the battery's still up. It's crazy. So I do know that the accelerator pump on this carburetor is blown. The diaphragm is junk on it, so most likely pumping the pedal isn't going to do anything. Usually, yeah, I'm not gonna cook the starter doing it. Usually I have to take the air filter off and dump a little bit of fuel down the carb into the bowl, so that helps get the original diaphragm fuel pump going. I probably should put some kind of inline pump, but it's not priority. Might make that a project one day. And then lastly, haven't started this truck in for some time. We've got our plow truck. This is a 2002 Chevy 2500, common truck for this workhorse type stuff. Recently, the bed has rusted enough that the bed mounts have actually rusted off the part that it's mounted to on the bed itself, and the tailgate wouldn't close at first, and then I realized that it's not even reaching up to the latches. So just want to start this truck. It usually fires right off. Everything I've got seems to have a new battery in it, luckily. That one's a little bit tired, so we'll let this one run. Probably just leave this one run back here for a little bit. Good old truck. But yeah, just wanted to walk through some of my vehicles with you guys. I think the only one I missed was my wife's car, which is just a Ford Fusion. So nothing special, but that's her daily driver. Go ahead and shut this dude off. So yeah, that's my cars, or my wife and I's cars. There's one more that my wife owns, but I'm not sure if she wants me to show that one on the channel yet here. So again, I'm Justin with JB Wrenches. Thanks for watching me walk around and start my vehicles. And if you have any questions about them, or if you want to see any projects, make sure to drop a comment down below, like, subscribe, all the above. Thanks everyone. We'll see you on the next video.